you doing there guys? Ben here, and you watch a video by Urchin Greaser. If you guys use this channel, be sure to press the subscribe button, and of course if you want to see notifications of my upcoming videos and stuff like that, just click on the bell. It's easy as that. So yeah, you know what it's all about, and I thought he's going to apologise. I thought he was going to admit what he's done was wrong, and I thought that the appalling things he's been saying, honestly would have thought he'd admit that it was purely stupid what he did. So yeah, things are getting really worse with Joshua Q Evans, who calls himself a Rebel Kid Greaser, where I elaborate that he stole Rebel Greaser from Brandon's YouTube channel, which is Rebel Greaser, and then Rebel Greaser Next Generation. After when we've heard about so many things about Joshua Q Evans, after we did those videos and stuff like that, he went even further. And you think that when it comes to those sort of scenarios, do you think that certain people would have the limits and stuff like that? And we were aware that Joshua got triggered from the videos we've done, but we didn't have any intention of triggering people. This was basically a video to keep aware of people like this particular person, for example, block Rebel Kid Greaser, what have you. It was kind of that sort of message we were giving out, not to get people to react and do boom 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 boom, give out all the larking and stuff like that. My buddy Brandon, or otherwise known as Rebel Greaser, he's done a video as well relating to Rebel Kid Greaser, or as we would rather call him Joshua Q Evans. So therefore I'll put a link of his recent videos, and that way you can check out his version of it. And the things that's been happening, man, it was absolutely appalling, and I'll explain why. So basically, after we were talking about what Joshua's plan was going to be and what have you, I did say that the whole limits thing, and when it comes to these particular plans, whether they're ruthless, stupid and whatnot, you think that Joshua Q Evans would have his limits as well. And we all knew that he did come across as a douchebag because of his behaviour and doing the greaser attitude and stuff like that, thinking that everything should be repeated from the 1950s, from Rumbles, using the greaser attitude, from being rebellious towards parents, back talking to police, pick fights, Jesus Christ, even use every single word how the greasers used to talk, saying things how's it buzzing cousin and all that. I mean, it's all good saying greaser slang words, saying how you doing cat and all that. That's perfectly normal, but if you get further saying every individual word the greaser slang, it'll just make it look fucking stupid. So in the videos we mentioned about his appalling plans of his, that he was going to force this particular woman to force her to marry him, by force if necessary, be the world's biggest couple in the history of the greaser subculture and stuff like that, and bring back the 1950s supposedly. And do you really think that she'd be stupid enough to marry some scumbag like you? Do you really think that? She ain't stupid, man. And plus, you're not a greaser, man, you're a poser. And I'll clarify why he's a poser. Basically, he was 1 minute he was being a greaser apparently, but it turned out he wasn't in the end. So he apparently quit as a greaser, saying that he doesn't fit in to his point of view, especially because there's no other greasers, blah blah blah. Chill out, man. I mean, where I live there isn't many greasers, and you don't see me saying all that saying I think I should quit because I'm the only one, stuff like that. I mean, shut up, man. He also said that he was a cowboy as well. I don't see why, because he didn't have any cowboy boots or Wranglers, cowboy hats and whatnot. He didn't have any of that. It was just basically word of mouth from him. And he said he was going to be a psychobilly as well. I mean, get your priorities straight, man. You can't be everything at once. It's either like one of them, you know. I mean, it'll be like me, like 1 minute like no longer being a greaser, next minute being a mod, or fucking skinhead and all that. It's basically like that. That's how it basically works. But you've got to be like either like one of them. Do you know what I mean? That clearly like shows that you're a poser. So personally, I think the category you'd be under as, man, is either like a swag or a hipster. That's the pure facts of it. And then to clarify, guys, also what happened is with the whole after like the whole like forcing her to marry him like by force, and you don't do that to women as well. You don't force them. It's the woman's choice whether they want to like marry or not, and she won't do that to you, man. She ain't that stupid. I haven't said that. She's not stupid at all. And also the worst part was he wanted to make her have children like of his own, and to elaborate from the Rebel Greaser's video, that's basically rape. I mean, with that kind of thing, if you say it to a person, like for example, if Joshua said, like face to face, like, so I'm going to try and make that woman have kids of my own, like by force if necessary, they would say to him that that's actually a rape, and it'll be like, Joshua, are you even listening to yourself? And that, my friend, you should learn to listen to yourself as well, because people like assume that you are one. And I'm not saying he is one or anything, but the way how he's like wording it, making himself come across one, that's the pure fact. He's basically making himself like being like one. Do you know what I mean? You gotta think before saying it, man. And what's been happening quite recently has been absolutely appalling. And basically, what happened? This was like the most recent like events, and where he clearly like saw the videos where he clearly got like pissed off with it, and he basically had the old like baiting technique. And what a baiting technique is that when someone like does a video like apparently like aiming at them, they sort of react to it, and we had no intention of doing it. It was basically like a warning video, like how you see like majority of YouTubers do, well, like when they warn someone, like say for example, if the vintage preacher was going for like the greasers, pin-ups, greaser chick and all that, and explain about what he is and say about blocking and what have you. That was the kind of thing we were like basically doing. And him like being pissed off a bit, that was like himself. It was nothing to do with us. And what also recently happened, like in the recent like events of this scenario, Joshua's plan was to like kill like every like rockabilly and greasers, like every like individual one of them, like whoever gets in his way apparently, you'll get yourself arrested. And I'll explain the fact why you'd be arrested for that. And Brandon pointed that out like towards me when we were like chatting on webcam, like him and Elsa. There's like particular like brands and knives and stuff like that. I really can't work that out, but that's what Brandon quoted. There's a particular like knife what Brandon's got. I'm not to like judge or anything, because everyone has their own life choice and whatnot of like whether they like smoke, have knives, or drink and stuff like that. That's like their own life choice. There's a particular like brand of knife or something like that. I don't know. That's what it's called. And according to Brandon, Joshua wanted the same one as well, and that was his temptation of using that like kind of like Brandon knife and stuff like that. But it turns out that the state county Joshua is based in, which is Missouri, I think it's pronounced, that's like an illegal like weapon to have. So Joshua, regardless on your like your stupid plan and all that, attempting to like kill people and all of it, using that knife, man, you're going to automatically get yourself arrested. So do your research on the law system like at your state, bear that in mind. So regardless of him like not being aware about the whole law system when it comes to like particular like weapons and stuff like that, his ideas was to like kill every like one of them, like from like Rebel Greaser, apparently Madman, like even me apparently, like if he flies to England, like take me down. And then what from like day one, his original idea was to like take like the woman like with him like back to the States and put her like baby son like in an orphanage, so in that way he gets the opportunity of like making the whole like make her have kids of his own, stuff like that, blah blah blah. He first thought of that, but then he thought of like more of a sick like thing, which was basically like not only like going for me, like literally like kill like the woman and the baby son as well. I've got one word for you, sunshine. No. So regardless on your idea, you're just going to get yourself into trouble. Plus, there is one flaw in your plan. It's going to take more than just like one plane like to get to the UK, man. Plus, with the UK, it's a big like continent, man. I mean, you can't easily like find like particular people. You may think that the UK is like small like a map, but it's small as your brain. That is. Get a life, man. Just admit it, that you're just a poser. And the most like stupid thing of all, and there's no such thing, is basically like being the king of the greaser subculture and whatnot. Are you level 10 stupid? I tell you, man, I don't know if this guy's for real and all that. I really don't know. But him like threatening like to kill people and all that, that just comes to prove how much of a scumbag he is, and he's clearly like mentally like unstable, like by the sounds of it. And like him like using like the autism like scenario like as a self-defense mechanism, that's purely disrespectful like to like all others individuals who have like forms of like autism and any other like mental health like issues and stuff like that. That's totally disrespectful, man. Total disrespect. And Joshua already like received some like karma, not like from the videos. He basically got like kicked out like of the Greaser Social Club, what Brandon like runs like in the America like chapter called the Lucky Dice. So he's been kicked out of that like because of like conducts, behaviours and whatnot. But having said that, he was never a greaser from day one. It was all like Grease, The Outsiders, Lords of Flatbush, The Wanderers, or any other like kind of movies like with the relation to the greasers. That's all what he thinks of when it comes to the greaser subculture. It's nothing like that at all. It's all about the music, man. The lifestyle. That's what it all takes like to be a greaser, man. It's nothing to do with like films or fights or how to like treat women. Apparently, like how you see like Danny Zuko with women and all that. That's the only thing you think about. You're not thinking about reality. Heck, even with the whole greaser jobs, right? There's no such thing. I mean, I'm not gonna like elaborate that because I've already like covered that in my previous video. Josh UQ Evans, we thought you were better than that. We thought you were a decent guy, but it just comes to prove people like you are just born broken. Just take the jacket off, put it in the cupboard, because you were never a greaser. You don't know nothing about the greaser subculture. Every individual, like original greasers, like back in the 1950s, they'd be embarrassed about your behaviour. Absolutely disgraceful, despicable, disgusting. Some people are just born broken. And another thing to clarify, Joshua Q. Evans, you're not welcome like from people like me, or Rebel Greaser, Madman, Rock and Roll Joker, every individual greaser online. You're nothing. You're a waste of space. So yeah, I'm going to finish the video there, guys, and you all take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.